Welcome to Classical Drawing Conversations with veteran Hans. Today we discuss proportion. It's the only right way to do it, my way. Of course, there are many different ways to do proportioning. You can use your thumb, you can use your knuckles, people use all kinds of different measurement systems. What I'm doing today, though, is I'm using the pencil and my thumb, marking the end of the pencil and where my thumb lined up for both the height and width of the major points for this drawing. I'll actually be drawing through the lens of the camera and not through my own eye, which is a choice today to allow you to see the correct measurement and proportioning with the thumb and the pencil, but is going to give you a 45-degree view or a foreshortened view on what I'm actually drawing on the paper. We'll back out occasionally so you can see top-down views. I've chosen something simple to start with, as should you. As you get better at proportioning, move on to more complex objects like tools on a tool bench or an appliance in the kitchen, and then move towards organic things like trying to do proportional figuring for a human being or an animal. But it's a very, very important skill. Creating this substructure takes all the guesswork out of my detail drawing. I'm separating those two events so that I'm not lost in detail, piling 1,000 hours into something that is proportionally inaccurate. It's also a really nice skill to have when you're trying to draw on the run. You're in a train station or an airport and you're trying to draw people or places. Having a quick proportioning system is an invaluable step to being able to draw with confidence. Here's what your structure should look like, or something similar to that. I tend to box out the 3/4 viewed parts of an object, so in this case the elliptical part of the lid or the top, and I've created a cross grid as well to remind myself that the back half of that elliptical shape is narrower. It's not actually a perfect oval. So here I am applying the same techniques directly to the paper again, taking that measurement, locking my joint, closing one eye, holding my thumb exactly where the object ends or begins depending on what I'm trying to create, and then I'm applying that directly to the paper. Now because of that, you have to be an appropriate distance from your subject, and that will dictate how large or small the drawing is. But generally, if you're the right distance away, you can just drop those relative angles and those relative tick marks right to the page. It's so easy. Now I'm going to get into the shading, and I'm going to pile the rest of my time into creating something that, maybe I like the way it looks, and fleshing out some of that three-dimensional nature of it, and adding all those details that I might have missed in that initial pass. Okay, and it's important for us to think about drawing in terms of layers. So many people want their drawing to look awesome right away. The truth about good drawing is it comes in 2 or 3 different layers, and it's ugly when it starts. It should be. Okay, so here's a top-down view of what I finished up with, and I hope that you will get out there and try to do some proportioning on your own.